Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote welcoming to this epilogue of our latest Europa Universalis 4 campaign. That, of course, our Philippines campaign. As you can see here, I've got it stopped right on the 2nd of January, 1821. Tomorrow marks the end of the campaign, the end of the world, if you will. All of the dust has finally settled, and now we shall look to see what we have done as the Philippines. Of course, we've managed to colonize our way through the home islands long ago, but let's first go to the north. As you can see here, why, the entire Japanese archipelago has fallen to us, including us eating Kikuchi successfully, and save for Yukijin swapped with Haetuala, we have all of the Korean peninsula, including Little Jeju. Always the one we kind of forgot. Down here, we managed to save for a couple of islands to complete Indonesia, including Buru, which was the sole Portuguese hold in there. We burned our way up Java, ate Pasai, and finished that. We also, coming here, we can see that Hadoti is still strong by itself, but we've actually managed to eat Sistan under imperialism and have a good toehold on the Indian subcontinent. A chunk here that could, in the future, perhaps eat more of Delhi, go for Baglana to complete the bridge towards our vassal. We'll see. We have completed Madagascar completely, as well as almost all of South Africa, minus lesser Namakwaland. Even a toehold into Kilwa. Kilwa is no more, having been eaten long ago. Another toehold we have here in Africa is we ate Congo a little while ago, giving us this chunk here, allowing us to spread against Kalunde and perhaps even Portugal's last holdings. Of course, we all know about the Brazilian holdings here, still holding pretty well. Brazil and La Plata and Colombia having split off from Portugal, it looks like it's largely going to be British. Unfortunately, Oregon is no more. It having been eaten by Scotland as we look towards other things to take care of. But Alaska stays in Filipino hands. Perhaps one day we will avenge the Oregonians who have lost to the Scottish overlords. In 1821, there is no American split off. No, there is New Friesland and Florida, French Louisiana, and French Canada. Although New Portugal probably looks to split into Mexico soon. For as you can see, Portugal is no more. Oh, there are a few islands, a few holdings of Portugal, but no, it is the Philippines who hold Portuguese land, save for the initial of Ceuta. We hold the toehold into Europe. We hold Portugal's Iberian lands. Thumbing our nose at Spain, we do well in the coming century. And that's definitely what the fun part is. I definitely wanted, over the last 90 years of the campaign, to make sure that we expanded on that European toehold, because you, my dutiful watchers, had completely, especially the last 10 episodes or so, requested, we need to get into Europe. We need to get into Europe. So now, we're in Europe. And as you can see here, one also major thing. We told Ming to go. We don't need to be their buddies anymore, and we don't need the Ming Shield. They're busy fighting Russia anyway. Yes, as you can see, we have regained our status as great power. We are the second greatest power in the world, behind the Ottomans, who have been busy being the Ottomans. Russia's fighting Ming, which was inevitable. We'll see how that goes. Yeren has formed Manchu, but that's not really a big deal. And as you can see, VJ went to Bharat. we'll see how that ends up going out. Britain is trying its best to Britain all into South Africa. And they have a firm hold on South America, with only the Portuguese and our holds in their way. But even the Argentine, always quick to split off, has held for now. So, I hope you very much enjoyed watching this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to catch us to 1727 on the timeline, and I'll give you a brief overview of what happened in order to end us up with this situation. You'll find it fun, especially where the biggest irony of all, that of the Philippines eclipsing Spain. So let's go back. Burning our way through the home islands. As you get that toehold here, there, and into Japan itself. Spreading out amongst the Indonesian islands, going up here and there, colonizing our first lands, going into Java. And then we spread it around, going here and there, our wars with Portugal. Slow it down. Leading to the great time in 1727, the Second World War against Portugal that will end with a toehold in Lisboa. And that is where we ended it. Right there, as soon as that portion of Portugal became ours. Now, I'll go really quick, slow here, so we can see what's going on. Now, we managed to hold that completely. There was never actually a problem where Portugal tried to fight it back. Because once they actually ended up with any sort of truce, we just tried to hit right back on them, going the toehold through Portuguese Brazil route, which is a very, very deadly way to go to get around things like Defender of the Faith and guaranteeing of independence. Because if you're attacking the colonies, hey, the people that you're allying with don't care, and you're stuck holding the bill, basically. Yeah, unfortunately, Oregon got eaten by the Scots, as did a chunk of Alaska. But I think we did ultimately pretty well. Here, we're going to spread out here. Let's see. Took up to about the 1750s when we started chunking into Kilwa. We cut in half. And then, horror of horror, Spain, of course, turned on Portugal. I thought, hey, you know what? This is it. At least we got Lisboa. But no. See, what happened... Oops. There we go. What happened was Spain ended up... Here, let's catch back here. What happened was Spain ended up in a war with France, and they bit off too much, and they were forced to cough up their Portuguese lands, which, of course, we were quick to go, thank you very much. Sorry about that. I did accidentally hit the space bar. Getting right there again. So, get back to about 1750. And then I go back to explaining what happened here. Alright, there is Lisbon. There is Spain eating them. And there we go. Yes, Spain ended up in the war. They ended up getting a bit too much, and they had to cough up Portugal. So, of course, bit by bit, yep, we went after Portugal full hog. Full hog. Nomming it as best we could. Meanwhile, kicking Pasai off, grabbing some more Portugal. But, irony of ironies, Ming decided to stick their face into it. And once again, after Spain had come into play, then Ming ended up, in fact, it'll show here, at least for a few years, Ming decided to Ming it up. As you can see here, they declared imperial war on what was left of Portugal because the AI doesn't want us to be happy. So they ended up taking these last two pieces of Portugal, and I thought, damn it, that was it. We're not going to be able to complete Portugal. Hey, at least we got 4 provinces. And meanwhile, we'd already cleared out here both Japan and Madagascar. I believe Ming kind of ate into Portugal just to A, piss me off, and B, because I completely eaten Japan. Because they'd actually gotten a couple of pieces of Japan too, but they Ming shielded them, so they ended up going back. But as I was trying to figure out what to do with the last 30 years, then suddenly, perhaps through wars, probably what happened was the Ming got into their own war. They coughed up Portugal. And so, of course, we had to go, well, thank you. Thank you very much, Ming. Gulp. We'll eat that. And then, right near the end, we decided to try a little bit of stuff. We went on Ivor and Algarve, made the final goal, completing Portugal. Which, of course, Spain helped us out. They got into 3 wars at once. France smacked them around, and we took the last 2 pieces. Therefore, completing Portugal. And then the last couple of years, we just spent pushing a couple of threatened wars. VJ turns into Barat immediately. We pushed a couple of wars, threatened wars, and we ended up with these last 2 pieces, completing the Indonesian islands. And that is how we end to this day. I hope that you've had a blast watching this, because I certainly have enjoyed playing this for you. I am so happy that Paradox continues to put hard work into this game. I mean, with Rule Britannia coming out today, this marks their 25th patch. The 25th major patch since this game came out, what, 4.5 years ago? Oh, they could have been like any other game company. Oh yeah, but we know the arguments of them selling the DLCs. We're what, 11 DLCs into it now? But still, I could have just said, sat on their laurels, maybe poked at a little bit, but I gotta like this, the way the modern game works. That companies are willing to take that time to continue devoting time for a non-MMO to have this much added to it is still astounding. Keep in mind, I'm in my 30s. Back, I hate to do the back in the day, but we're talking about, just 10 years ago, most companies said, okay, here, we released it. Oh, you want any more? We'll sell you another pack. And if you want any more, you gotta wait for the sequel. But you gotta keep buying it. But here, no. We've got 25 patches. To where they keep improving. They keep doing their history. They keep doing their research. We got the Philippines as more than just islands to step on here. And now we're getting Rule Britannia, where Britain had been ignored for a while. Is finally starting to get some things going. We're going to get the Industrial Revolution here in the 1700s. That's one of the big things of Rule Britannia as well, is the Industrial Revolution, playing around a little bit with more navies, maybe actually, keeping them from being just the eye roll that they have been, even after they tried fixing them twice. We'll see about that. But yeah, just doing what they could, fixing the Arabian Peninsula so it wasn't just the Mamluks, the Ottomans, and the rest. Giving them a chance to maybe actually fight in the Ottomans, and doing what they could to try with Ming. Yes, that's the kind of sticking in my craw. The last few DLCs was preventing Ming implosion, so Ming is the superpower. It sucks I wish they'd put it back so people not playing Ming could have a chance to be the Dragon Emperor. I mean, they put all that stuff in there. They put the ability to form the Key Empire. Hell, I tried that myself, right, when Mandate of Heaven dropped, and then ended up just kind of bowling out. But anyway, so we will turn back to the British Isles in our next campaign. I've said this, it's probably going to end up being the Wales campaign again. I mean, I shouldn't say again. I mean, again, because, hey, it's cool, I get to do another Welsh campaign. And, oddly enough, I've noticed the last, like, 2 weeks, the original Welsh campaign has garnered quite a lot of views, quite a lot of subscribers, and some very quality comments from Welsh YouTubers watching this. And so, thank you. Thank you for the new watchers who are going to come in. I know you're going to get a blast watching Wales kick some more ass. I'll explain what the achievement we're going to be chasing is on the next campaign. It's probably going to be a couple of days for me. I mean, I've got like a couple of episodes still to put up of this campaign. I gotta take a couple of days of break from EU. I've been kind of solid this, trying to go. I gotta take a couple of days, and I want to mess around a little bit. I don't want to just go in blind like half the time I do. I want to see what RB does, and play around with it. So, I will probably have the Welsh campaign starting by next Monday. If not sooner. Knowing me, I'll probably just cave and like, hey, I'll just do it anyway. I do have another game in the works that I'm trying to start playing, although that just recently updated, so I might have to start from scratch too. And I should get back into Okami. But I do want to say one thing really quickly. Let's turn back to the Philippines. I have to thank my watchers. This campaign has been amazing for me. Absolutely amazing. In these last, maybe 3 months, even taking the break because I had to move, I tripled my watchers. Thank you. Thank you. Those new watchers that have absolutely revitalized me doing this. I mean, I'll admit, before this, I got happy if I got a couple people watching my video, and I have consistently had at least 10 to 15 per video. I know that's, for a YouTuber, that's minor, but for a small, very small time like me, that's amazing. I have multiple people around the world wanting to watch me do this. And I do understand that this campaign is what did it. It's because I got a lot of Filipino watchers. And thank you again. I know this has probably been a blast watching your lands being highlighted. You know, especially in a game like this with the name Europa on it. To finally see a campaign that had your name on it. Yeah, it ended up being Maguindanao instead of the Philippines. But then again, historical reasons. I mean, the archipelago wasn't named the Philippines until Spain took it over anyway. So, I've been calling it the Philippine campaign just for shorthand. Thank you very much. I know that I'm moving away from Asia, going back to Europe for my next campaign. And I hope you'll still join me. I mean, you know, I've gotten consistent likes and comments on almost every episode, and that has really been helping me keeping going. That's been great motivation. So just because I've changed the setting doesn't mean that my humor is going to change. That I'm still going to start it off with a good historical thing. And in fact, I've got some great comments thanks to those Welsh newcomers that will allow me to revise my original thoughts. I had some thoughts on my original campaign that need to be changed, and I thank the watchers that have helped me do that. Now, like I said, I understand if, because I'm not going to be doing a Filipino campaign for the next one, if, you know, you kind of don't want to watch. I understand. I will, you know, I will do everything I can to maintain the same quality that you liked for this entire campaign. I implore you to watch and to have some fun. And of course, you know, there's probably gonna be another for fun run in the future. Who knows? Maybe I'll take some wacky thing. Maybe I'll take Ryukyu and completely bowl out of the 3 Mountains challenge because, yeah, I'm insane, I guess. You know, I don't know. We'll see how this wacky thing goes. But for now, I do need to end it here. This video is getting a bit long. I still want to thank everybody that's watched this. As I said, you, my fellow watchers, my faithful watchers, my treasured watchers, you have helped me immensely. Before this campaign, I was thinking about just stopping doing YouTube, that this was kind of a hobby that made me waste my time. Because, you know, I wasn't getting a lot of people. I wasn't getting I was like getting maybe 3 or 4 people watching. Hell, there were some videos I wasn't getting any. I mean, hell, some of my other games I'm still not getting any on. But, and that's fine. But this campaign has helped me definitely going, yeah, people like what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I'm never going to get to an Arumba, even. Sure as hell not going to get to the high tiers. But yeah, maybe I won't even end up with a Marumba. Maybe I won't get people like they used to do on Darkfire Slides things of, this is truly why I live my life. Maybe I won't get those, but who knows? Maybe I will. I mean, you know, it's only been about a year. This is about my first full, this is going in my 3rd year now. What I mean by 3rd is like, it's been about a year and 3 months since I started doing this. I think I started November 2016. Just for fun. Starting Civ 6 right when it came out. In fact, one day I'll come back into Civ 6. I mean, I've been saying that I need to do Civ 6. And the new expansion for that just came out, so maybe I need to start on that. Finally do that Aztec run I was talking about. We'll see. But thank you very much. I gotta say this again. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just... I really hope that... Thank you for if you've told your friends. Thank you if you've only watched me once and said, this guy is not my cup of tea. He whines too much. His voice is nasal. But at least you watched me once. And thank you anyway. But, yeah. So I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. And with that, class dismissed.